That's it, folks. That's a wrap. The last YCS 2019. It's over. Just wash away everything that is here. So we're going to talk about your top 32 rundown. I gave my initial thoughts yesterday with mass excitement for you, the Magical Musket player, who failed to get past top 32. But alas, it's because you were playing Magical Muskets and not Orcust. Let's dig into YCS Milan 2019, shall we? I gotta give a shout out to Sky Striker Engage. Congratulations, you've won the last 3 YCSs back to back to back. It's not the power of Orcust, and it's not pure Sky Striker that's quite doing it. It is Sky Striker, Mobilize, Engage. So, pat yourself on the back. You did it. Congratulations. Nobody cares about the new guy. I mean, I'm sure he cares, but it's all got to do with Engage. Right, I had to make that pun really quick. Somebody commented on Zodiac and was like, congratulations, Sky Striker, Mobilize, Engage for winning your 3rd YCS. And I was like, that's harsh. Like, you don't even get credited for winning your own events at this point. You're getting credited as the guy that is contributing to the ban of the deck. Thank you, by the way. So, top 32. Those 3 Pendulum decks that made their way and slinked and slimed their way into top cut. 2 of them were Pendulum FTKs. If I was reading what I was reading correctly, their Tempest Magician. Trip, you didn't factor for this one, did you, buddy? I don't know how you missed this, but first up, we have a viable FTK right now. That's actually kind of scary. I will have deck profiles for a chunk of these later tonight, because I do want to talk about the Pendulum FTK more in depth then. But anytime that we have an FTK in the format, things are a little bit scary. And granted, our next ban list is right around the corner, January 2020. And I believe the next YCS is Sydney, Australia. So we have a couple questions to ask ourselves now. One, now that the Pendulum FTK has been figured out, what will our consistent impact be on this? I know it just hasn't been figured out. Tempest Magician FTK has been around for a very long time in many forms. It's just we got to see success with it at a higher tier level at this point in time. So it's almost like we rediscovered it. It's like that old fling that you had from high school, and you're like, 10 years later, you're like, hey, I'm single. And she's like, so am I. And then you do something on a Tuesday night while your kid's asleep for school. Then you realize that you might have made a mistake. That's Pendulum FTK in a nutshell. Man, old examples of things that I can talk about now that I'm older. But we had True Draco make it into the finals of this event. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure on that, because I remember seeing something. We had 2 True Draco decks that crawled their way to the top cut. And anytime I see True Draco rearing its ugly head, I'm just like, ugh, really? Do we have to do this again, True Draco? Like, what was it? Farfa made a comment during the stream, and he was like, Altergeist and True Draco are the same deck, and then the co-commentator was like, no, they're really not. They're degenerate. The community doesn't like playing against them. They are pretty much the same deck in retrospect. I know you don't want to believe that, but very unfortunately, they do revolve around the same engine, which literally is stunning the opponent. And what can you do? Yeah, it was True Draco's got to the finals against Sky Striker. Just wanted to confirm that. So, okay. One, nobody likes True Draco. Not even True Draco players like True Draco. This is turning into make fun of the True Draco player. No, kudos to True Draco. I think this is the first time in a very long time that I have seen True Draco get to the finals of an event. And yeah, you're not playing an extra deck. Yeah, you're more of a budget. That's awesome. But your deck still has problems. Kudos, though, to Maximilian to getting to this point. It's very impressive. Like, yesterday my excitement was for Magical Musket. Today, it is for True Draco. So, the real winners of this event, let's go through our checklist, shall we? Number 1, Sky Striker Mobilize and Engage won another event. Cool. We're going to shoot that thing. Alright, cool. So, number 2, Orcust won the event. My wet dream is coming true. So, once again, my comment section has been telling me that Orcust isn't the problem. What? When you have 17 out of top 32 being Orcust, there's a problem. Alright, you just might not play competitively. I don't know what's going on there, but there's that. Number 3, Rogue got a good showing out of this event. Number 4, for the degeneracy of the community, Pendulum FTK is now flinging around. Alright, so I was going into Milan extremely disappointed. I was like, yeah, we're not going to see any real innovation, format solved. You have to understand, when you're this far into a format, seeing things being figured out and seeing things playing through for the 17th time, it's a bit stressful. And then you have the guy over here that was like, release the Pendulum FTK. And you got Tempest Magician just rolling on out here into the field. Now, I'm happy to see that we got a new FTK. The other 99% of the community is probably like, oh, God, again? Like, Konami needs to ban all the FTKs. And I'm just like, we got something spicy to finally talk about. I can now watch my opponent get FTK'd by Tempest Magician, LOL XD, in the year 2019. And you have to understand that that's the excitement of this event. Like, yeah, Magical Muskets made top 32. That was so yesterday, by the way. But once again, kudos to you, by the way. I saw you weren't playing Utopia Double. Not quite sure how that was going for you. Also, shout out to Thunder. Thunder, there was one Thunder Dragon deck in that top cut, and he crawled his way up from nothing. Same thing with True Draco. There were 2 True Draco decks. Your brother probably sacrificed himself so that you could climb up to the ranks, but very, very interesting out of this event. So, where are we going from here? Where is the rest of the year taking us? Well, you've got probably 3 weeks of regionals left. Alright. I will be at the Indie Regional December 21st. I know, right? It's literally like 3 days before Christmas. OMG. Okay. Next event is YCS Sydney, which will probably be under a new ban list. So, we don't really have anything really to talk about. I'm waiting to hear the rage from Pendulum FTK taking off from regionals. People not understanding how the deck works, nor players understanding how to counter the strategy. I'm quite honestly waiting on that. Outside of that, are we really going to see a higher surge of Dragonic Diagram? The only real thing that I'm expecting to change out of this event, Dragonic Diagram is probably going to go up $1. Oh, there is the incident with the 30 seconds on the timer, and you call the judge and say, hey, I have 8 negates on the board. He can't play. He's just stalling for time. And then the community is so angry at the situation because the man paid 4,000 life points, and he's got enough negates that his opponent is seen as rolling down the clock. Now you have to understand, community. I don't care about the time rules. I don't really care about the situation. I understand that players have this mentality of they can do X moves to progress the timer, even if it is not benefiting the game state. And that is my problem. You are stalling at that point. That is where the issue comes into with the new rules. I might make another video on this because I'm a little bit fired up about this one. But you have to understand that you are stalling. You are doing nothing to progress your game state. The difference here is kinda is a play that is progressing your game state. You are gaining life. That 3 seconds to make the kinda as you are playing through your Sky Striker cards is progressing your game state. Taking a Boral Sword and a Nightmare Phoenix to make a Nightmare Cerberus is not progressing your game state. I'll talk more about this later. I think that this should be a good subtopic. So give me some love, and we'll carry that topic over for tomorrow. So, guys, that's all I got. I'm going to go film the other video now. Yay. The ride never, well, truly ends. Thank you, patrons. Without you guys, I don't know what I'd be wearing in these videos. I might be a Truffle Shuffle incident all over again. Guys, please also check out Vanquil40 for some awesome Vanguard content. Some other interesting stuff you might find up here on the left or in the description as well. Thanks for watching.